Hello everybody and welcome in. My name is Yolanda Roos. You've reached me on my channel of Facilitated Light Well-Being. These are timeless messages that find you when you need them. They are collective, so it is energy that's being read that could be presented in the collective. You're either giving or receiving. It's in your world or it's you directly. So take it as it resonates. I've already pulled the cards for the first starting of the message. So, I feel like things are moving. They're not moving quickly. The energy is still continuing to do your work. I think it's a transition of the season coming in. Your cards that show me, there's a choice that's being made dealing with the balance within your life with your finances and your security of well-being. So this is probably more of a security in your life reading. So like I said, take this as it resonates. It could be your message, it could not. Generally speaking, there is going to be information in it. I know we're coming out of the fold of the catalyst that got us started, but it's like a poof, but it's not like a loud poof. I feel like this is like a major thing within your life, but it's inside. It's choices we're going to make. It's things that are going to come in. It's things that we are seeing internally. Like, I feel like the light bulbs are coming on. Like people are like, yeah, I don't want this anymore. Or I need to go that way. Or this isn't working. What do I need to do to adjust this? And that's kind of what the cards are telling me. And this could be your finances, but it could also be setting yourself up for the future. Because the Four of Pentacles deals with security, legacy, your savings to a degree. But it's like, what are you doing to prepare for the future? So your first card that came out is this one here. And this is a choice, a decision, options being put in front of you. This one is Seven of Cups. So Seven of Cups is your emotions, your energy, the way you make choices. And I feel like what's happening is in the environment we're in right now, there's a lot. I said there's a lot of energy coming in, but it's slow moving. But it's good because we're at a point where we're transitioning into a new life, a new thing, and it's not making us rush to go into it, which is really beautiful because sometimes when we rush, we don't see all the things. So the energy is slow, but it's like, okay, we got this, and this, or this needs to be taken care of, and you got 27 things. What are you going to focus on first? That's the other energy I'm getting. So there's a choice that needs to be made, and it's linked with release, impulse, and independence. I guide my power and tranquility. So it's asking you to choose, how do I say this? What is going to bring you peace? What is going to bring you tranquility and release you from all the things that hold you? We have just come out of an energy of wealth, security, grounding, being at the same job for 50 years, doing just so in the box. That is not the energy for now. And that energy was quite exhausting, just to be honest. What's happening is, and I see it in the communities, I see it in the collective, we are moving away from what we kind of were made to do because society, our parents, our life, our upbringing, and we're like, no, that's not really working for me. I think I'm going to try something new. So we're moving away from the clutter. We're moving away from the rigidness. We're going into the countries. People are moving into my area. Listen, I live in the middle of friggin' nowhere, and there are people from all over the place expanding, moving into the area, buying the houses, living a different life, trying to live off the grid. There's a lot of people that are like, I don't want the city life anymore. It's dangerous. It's not conducive of good stuff. There's nothing wrong with the city if that's where you thrive or you need to be or you want to be. But there are a group of us that are moving away from it. And I think that what's happening is we're choosing, and this is being presented. Do you want to continue where you're going or do you want something different? Are you being led to grow into more and embrace this new thing? Because maybe you lived in the country and now you're like, no, I need the city. I need something. I've been so quiet. I've been so restricted. I feel like I need to expose myself to more, or I need to know what's out there, because there are a lot of people. We kind of have lived in two separate areas. There's country people and there's city people. And it's not about one's better than the other. It's that you grew up in something And I feel like the change is that roles are flipping. You now are like, I feel like I've been a little sheltered. I'd like to see what the city has to offer. Not that you're going to stay there forever, not that it's going to be your passion, not that that's where it's going to be, but like, you're interested. You're like, do I need to go different? Do I need to try different? Whatever I've been doing, it's not working anymore. That's what I feel, the overall energy. Not for everybody. You get this. This is like a collective read, so it's what's going to resonate. But I feel like we're at a point like, yeah, I just need something new. So what it's dealing with is balance, your emotions and your physical world. How are you going to find balance within your world? And the card that goes with it is forgiveness, independence, and emotion. We've got release, impulse, independence. Now you've gotten independence twice. So I feel like there's a group of us. This message is for the people that feel maybe a little stuck, maybe a little trapped. And listen, just by having too much debt can trap you. Having a family, responsibilities, being part of 57 groups, it can make you feel stuck. It's not that it's not fulfilling. It's not that you've done something wrong. It's that, do we need to declutter all the things that we felt we needed and say, I think this is too much. I really want some time for me. And it's not greedy. It's not selfish to want some time for yourself, because the time for yourself could also be, I want to see my children more. I want to spend time with my husband or my boyfriend or my girlfriend, put it as it is. I want more free time to create something, to do something new. There's a lot of creative energy that's coming in, a lot of expressive energy. And it's not just art. It could be photography, creating new businesses, creating new agendas, creating new AI content, creating whatever. Something new wants to be created from you. And when you're so restricted or you're so packed up with your time, it's a frustration that comes from not being able to do the things that are in your mind or that are being pushed forward by the universe, by your soul, by the things that you're supposed to do. There's a new agenda coming in. There's new things that are putting themselves out there because it's a turning point. There are people being turned on. There are people being activated. There are people that are realizing this is not where I'm supposed to be. Uh-oh. No uh-ohs. Redirect. Everything that you choose in that moment was conducive for that moment. And when it changes and you say, oh, I don't think this is where I'm supposed to be, then you redirect. Okay, why? Am I on the right path? Am I now on a new path? Is there a detour because I have something new that's been added? Or am I done? You could literally just be done with what you were supposed to be doing, and you're like, oh, okay, because I'm in the transition of, I'm not where I used to be, but I haven't gotten to where I'm supposed to be. So I'm in limbo. So I don't know if you guys feel that. It's kind of frustrating, but it's also, I'm in a rest period. I keep trying to find something to do, and my cards and my spirits and my life is like, nope, time to be still. And I don't like to be still. I'm gonna admit it. I'm like in a very weird, peaceful, but like, okay already, I want to do something. Like, that's the energy inside of me, like, okay, but I want to do something. And they're like, nope, you need to rest, you need to recuperate. So you may be where I'm at also, because I said there's a lot of this transition thing happening, and it's a balance. So now we are recalibrating to suit the new energy. Your last card, like I said, is your Four of Pentacles. And Four of Pentacles is not just about like putting money away in the bank for your stuff. It could be. It's pentacles. Pentacles are physical things. It's money. But it's future. It's setting yourself up for future, for stability, for what's going to grow you, what's going to be conducive for you in the future. And the card that comes with it is pause and surrender. So there is something that you need to evaluate within your life while you have this time of choosing. This is for me. What do you want for the future, Yolanda? What can you do in your life right now that will be setting you up for the future? Do you want to start a new business? Do you want to release some things? Do you want to save some money? Do you want to move to a different location? Do you need to set yourself up in a new area? Do you need to totally revamp your life? I'm also at a point in my life where I'm 53. So my children have all left, grown and done they're doing their things. They're getting ready to start their families. They're all married or have children and they're at that point. They are not really in my life. They need me, but not in the same way as they've always done. And it's like, this is the portion of my breathe time. What do I want? What do I want for my future? What do I want for my retirement? And I'm 53, so I've got about 10 years before I can retire, or that would be there. But it's in the back of my mind now, where before I was like, oh, it's coming, I was in my 30s and 40s. Okay, I'm at a point where my life is moving quickly and slowly at the same time. You know, this sounds stupid, but it's true. So I'm kind of like, okay, what do I want to do? We're considering where we're going to move, where we're going to live. We don't think we want to stay here. We don't want to leave right this second, but this is not going to really be conducive of a productive, happy old person's life, because I get 4 feet of snow, my husband's disabled, and I don't want to be here in the winter and just stuck in my house. So we are planning. So this is an example. I'm not saying this is your life. It's an example. What am I doing for the future? If you are a young person and you have gotten married and you are starting to have children and have a life, what am I going to do to make my future more balanced for my family, for me? Do I need to get a different job? Do I need to refigure my life because now I want to have children, or we want to have children as a group, a family, like a mom and dad? Do we need to readjust? Do we need to get a house? Do we need to stop renting and maybe find a house that's more grounded and stable where we can raise a family? Have our priorities from being a young party person changed from that to being a family person? Or that I want something. Even if you don't want children, you could say, I just want a different life. Let's move where we want to be for the next 15, 20 years. That's the bracket of time that I'm seeing, that this is that next section of life, and it's telling you it's time to choose. It's time to make choices that are conducive of putting you where you want to be. Not that the choice today is going to make everything unfold the way it's supposed to, but that where do I want to be next year and into the future? I need to place myself, start looking at the things, putting in the applications, looking for houses, looking for jobs, looking for a new location. Where do I want to land? Probably in the next year or so. I don't think it's now. I think this is prepare time. And I think what's happening is it's trying to say to you, okay, it's time to figure out. This is coming. This is new. And like I said, they want you to make the choices in your life. And I feel like it's saying, okay, you know that you want something different. You know that life is changing. What do you want? You need to start putting in the steps, the baby steps. Because then the card underneath that, it was like Queen of Cups, and High Priestess. And that was finding a balance for your emotions, for your caring for yourself, for the people around you. It's because she's like the queen. It's like a mom. She's the mother of emotions, of taking care of things, of feeling balanced, taking care of your family. And that's what the Four of Pentacles is. Four of Pentacles is about the security of your family, your inheritance. What are you leaving for them? What are you setting up? And then underneath it is the High Priestess. So it's saying, using your gut instincts, what do I need to do to set the next time frame up so that we are starting to prepare ourselves? Nobody's ever totally prepared. That's life. But in most cases, where are you aiming to go? So the universe has an idea, okay, this is where they'd like to be. And if you're so busy that you can't think about it, that's the imbalance. You need to be thinking, not that everything has to be perfect, not that everything has to fall into place next year. It's that making the first step toward what you want for the future. What is the advice for my collective in reference to this reading? What is the advice? So it said Queen of Swords reversed. So I'm thinking it's telling you, you need to be responsible. You need to start thinking clearly and being a good leader. If you are in charge of a family, so this is probably more for my people that are either in charge of their households or they're in charge of their lives. They're in charge of other people's lives, their bosses, because it kind of came out like it wanted to be reversed. Don't be irrational and start being wise. Be a good leader. Be a good mom and dad. Be a good person that is thinking of something other than just yourself. It's important to take care of yourself. It's important to be okay so you can take care of people. But what they're telling you is right now it is your time to be the good leader. It is your time to be the person that is proactive in making your environment, your job, your home, your life the best that it can be, that you are leading it with the most awesome strength, because she's like a badass girl, man. She's got like the power and the energy of the Queen of Swords is that she's very strong, she's very secure, she knows what she wants, she's a badass bitch. But when you piss her off or she gets in a bad mood, she'll stab you. Okay, so that's her energy. So make sure that you don't become over exasperated and you start getting bitchy, I guess the word is, or crotchety, but that you take charge and you become a good, strong, logical leader for your life, for your family, for your things. Anything else, spirits? And balance. Fast movement, powerful. You might be moving someplace. It might be that you're getting ready to move. Energy, whether it's moving to a new job, a new place, a new thing, a new thought, and it's balance again. Finding balance, because in the idea, think of the reins. If you've got too much good or too much evil or too much of this or too much of that, you're not balanced. It's finding the place between too much and not enough. And you're keeping the reins, because if you pull the reins, if there's too much of this, you're going to go that way or you're going to roll the cart. Think of it that way in your life. You need to find the balance between what is too much and what's not enough, so you can find contentment and happiness. This is emotional satisfaction. This is like wish fulfillment, but it's really not. It's being in a place where you are emotionally and everything's balanced and you feel good. You feel like you're where you're supposed to be. The advice is that you need to go toward your 9 of Cups. What emotionally, physically, emotionally, soul-wise is going to bring you to a place. You need to be strong, you need to be logical, but you also need to be balanced so that you can bring this balance and this wish fulfillment and this peaceful state of mind that you know where you're going and you know where you're at. And King of Pentacles, security. Being where you need to be so you feel secure, you feel balanced. And it's not that you have to be rich. It's that you feel secure. You feel okay. You're sitting like, okay, we're good. You know, we got our bills paid. And it's not just wealth, that King of Pentacles. It is security. It is the utmost of feeling secure within your life, balanced within your mind, balanced within your soul. Okay? We're just going to pull some cards to go with it. So there's a time right now that you need to start setting up for your future. You need to start planning. This isn't the sitting around time. This is, okay, I've released things, or you've done the work and you've like, okay, I know what needs to be taken care of. Where am I going to start? It's your choice. What do you need to adjust? Because we know what causes us problems. We know, like, I know I just had to have that conversation with myself today. So first card, I am clear-minded. Yes, that is that card. That is the Queen of Swords. If there is a decision or choice to make, use your knowledge and wisdom, not your emotions or feelings. Okay, so that's an advice thing. This is a time to be rational, not impulsive. Okay, so that is one of the messages. We need to be rational. We need to be looking at things logically. That your emotions are important to some extent, but you're not making decisions out of fight or flight. You're not choosing things that are not going to be conducive of good things to come into your life. That you are not making a rash decision to do something, or you're not looking at your bills and panicking. You take another job and you just burn yourself out. Like, is there another way you could do it? Could you possibly cut things back instead of over exasperating or working yourself? Do you need to remove some things from your life that are over exasperating you, but you could possibly stop doing a thing that maybe is costing you money, you know? Because remember, this is about your security, your well-being, but money can also cause you to be exasperated or overworked or have no time for recuperation, which then in turn will hurt you. Okay, next one is you will be parenting with someone, something, or a business. There's a choice to be made. Choose wisely when create union. I can't say this anymore. There's something you're choosing that it's going to determine something within your world of security and balance. I feel like it's a job, it's a place, it's something to deal with choosing. You have something you have to choose. What are you going to choose to bring balance and well-being? And it's choosing for balance, but it's choosing wisely. Okay, it's about choosing something logical that's going to help bring you security. Open to infinite possibilities. Be open to things. Don't be so closed-minded. The universe could bring things in that might be different, or be open to something new that might create. You see clearly now. Yeah, there's clarity, there's logic, there's seeing things without clouded mind. There's like, you're sure about it. This isn't like, oh, I don't know. This is like, okay, being real with yourself, being real with the things that are happening. Be fearless and bold. Yeah, there's something you're gonna have to choose. Oh, that might be what it is. There's something you have to choose that might be require you to step outside of your boundaries, to step outside of your safety net, to step outside of what other people think. Who gives a shit what other people think? You need to do what's best for you and your family. Time to collaborate. Yep, they're joining in with something, dealing with whether it's a new place, a new job, a new thing, a new idea. You're collaborating, maybe somebody to come together. Maybe two families are going to come together and try to live together to get on their feet, to succeed. Maybe you're going to collaborate with a family member. Hey, let's live together. Let's try to do this together so we can all have the things we want and make it a little less stressful. Maybe you and a friend that have children decide to come together to help each other. I'll work days, you work nights, we'll take care of each other's kids, and we'll get ahead in this world. Okay, so that's for somebody. And then it said, tend to the small things. Yep, take care of the little things, pay the bills, take care of the house, take care of the kids. Figure out what might be causing the imbalance, even on the smallest little tiny stupid level. Okay, so let's get one last card to finish you up, guys. What is the final advice? Oh, I see this one. Relationships are for growth and support. Codependent relationships are not healthy. A balance of give and take is essential for harmony. Yep, that's the other part. Make sure that everybody within the partnership is putting their part in. If one person's doing everything and the other one's not, something needs to be addressed. This is, again, it's about balance. This is the time that the universe is telling you, okay, people, we've done it this way, and it's not really working, or it's not really balanced, or it's not really secure, or one person's exasperated and the other person's just sitting and getting a free ride. Or the other person's just making the other person do all the work or whatever, or the energy stuff. It's time for balance. It's telling you as a collective, this is not one person, this is the collective. It's time for everybody to step up, to be a part of their union, their world, their job, their connection, whatever it might be. It's time to create balance. It's time to stop crying in your soup. It's time to make choices. It's time to do what is best for you, or to say, and have the balls to say, this isn't right. We need to fix something, and be able to say it, to put your life back to balance. And either that person will leave, that thing will leave, you'll remove that job, you'll whatever, or come alongside of you and say, yes, let's do this. Okay, so guys, I hope this will help you. It's a choice that will create balance out of logic. There's an imbalance within your lives that the universe is saying, I would like you to start fixing this, because we need to start planning for this next time. And what you're doing now is imbalanced. It's not, there's a choice. You have to choose what you're going to do to stay in this chaos, or to be able to find that balance, that happy place, that Nine of Cups balance, wish fulfillment, a life that is filled, that feels full, flourished, balanced, and it's growing, and it's going to take care of you, and you feel secure. Guys, have a great day. We'll see you soon.